Daryl and Carol are in Spain.
Shut up! Alright guys, this one's going to be doing a review today. This one's going to be doing a review for the Walking Dead universe, and another video for the Walking Dead Daryl Dixon. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about the newest episode, Season 3, Episode 2. We're going to be discussing, in my opinion, the hidden villain that is hidden in plain sight the entire time. So, I wanted to discuss this one, mostly because I want to get your guys' opinions on this, because I have noticed it, and I'm kind of curious to see if you guys kind of notice it as well. One of the biggest things about the modern day Walking Dead spinoffs is that when they say that one villain is the main villain of the season, that's always a kind of a swerve, and then they do something different. I've noticed it with a few of the shows. Prime example, Season 1 of The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live. They made it seem like General Beale was going to be the main villain. It was not. I would definitely say it was Jadis or Pearl Thorne. Take your pick there. Daryl Dixon Season 2, they made it seem like Madame Genet was going to be the main villain. Was not the case. It was Lo Zhang and his faction of people at the whatever the hell that place was called, the castle that they were at, right? But he was the main villain over her. Dead City Season 2, they made it seem like it was going to be the Barazi with Croat and the Dama. Instead, it was New Babylon and their folks that was the main villain of Season 2. Or you could even say Bruegel. Every single time, there is a swerve of events in these spinoffs. And whether those are good or they're bad, I mean, there's always a swerve of some kind. So, with this third season, they're making it seem like the King of Spain, or the next King of Spain, is the main villain of this season. I do not buy that at all. I actually don't. I don't think that's happening at all. I think there is a hidden villain hidden in plain sight, and they're going to swerve it out of nowhere. And who do I think that main villain is? Well, I actually think it's the leader of the town that we just arrived in. Fred. I think it's him. I think he's the main villain of this season. Now, you might say, Dan, really? Why would you say he's the main villain? Because of this. I think that this man, in terms of the way that he runs his town, in terms of the way things are going down, is going to get upset at Daryl and Carol for starting conflict with the King of Spain. They will have to fight the King of Spain. I think they will win this war, ultimately, by the time this season starts to wrap up. And I think he will be pissed off and will have it out for Daryl and Carol. And I think he will be the main villain of the end of this season. I do. And that is ultimately where I see this going. Now, to be honest with you, and I'm just being real here, he would have all rights to be upset at Daryl and Carol. He would. So, I mean, when I say villain, I almost like, it's kind of an up and down thing, because the way that they wrote the story is kind of problematic, because Daryl and Carol have just started a whole bunch of conflict. You know what I mean? They poked the bear. They got the guys to turn on them, and then Daryl killed the guys, and I'm sure they're going to find their corpses being eaten alive the next episode. This guy has a right to be upset at Daryl and Carol. They did start a war when he, specifically told them, I do not want a war. We are fine the way we are. We are fine the way we live. Whether you agree with the methods or you disagree with the methods, that is what he wanted for his town, is to continue living their lives the way that they have. The system works for them. It is strictly none of Daryl and Carol's business. That's straight up what it is. And, that's kind of the way, I at least look at it. And obviously, you guys could share your opinions. But I think this war was very unnecessary. And we actually did a video on that a few days ago. And to be honest, I think that's when it's going to lead to this guy being a threat for Daryl and Carol, is that I think he's going to be upset by them starting something that he told them strictly not to do. And he's going to lose people because of Daryl and Carol. And like I said, I mean, a lot of people, like I said, a lot of people say, oh, Daryl and Carol, they're great. They're great characters. Yes, they are. But regardless if you like their characters or not, they started an unnecessary war. And a war that could have been avoided completely. And that's not going to be unnoticed, I'm sure. So I do think that this leader of this town, Fed, whatever his name is, Fedre, or whatever his name is here, the leader of this town, I think he's going to be the main villain of the season, the secret main villain of this season. Because they do this with all the spinoffs, and unfortunately it's very predictable. They make it seem like it's one thing, but then they kind of swerve it to do another thing. Sometimes the twist is good, sometimes it's not, but that is the way way the spin-offs operate. And I've kind of noticed that, and that's not a good thing either, though. That's not a good thing that I'm starting to catch on to their creative ways of writing. Because now I'm fully expecting this King of Spain to go down before the season even ends, and then this guy over here, this leader of the town, is going to become the main villain for Daryl and Carol. I guarantee it, you know what I mean? And it's also kind of crazy that I'm probably going to be able to see his point of view, you know what I mean? Because I do think Daryl and Carol screwed up big time. So, you know, again, that's the way the modern Walking Dead goes. I'm going to call it now, and let's see what ends up happening. That is how I see this going down. King of Spain goes down before the season even concludes, and then Fed will be coming after Daryl for what Daryl did to his people and for what happened to the town, and he will also die in the season finale. I guarantee that's where this all goes. However, let me know your thoughts, let me know your theories, and your, obviously your opinions down below. Do you think he could be the main villain? Do you think that the next King of Spain is the main villain? And do you think, that is the case? Or do you think it's none of these two? Do you think either one of them is not going to be the villain, and do you think it's going to be another character altogether? Let me know your thoughts on that as well, because obviously it could go in a million different ways, right? And it's the matter of seeing where this all kind of goes, the direction of everything, and I'm hoping that it's a good, storyline. I'm hoping that it's a good story, and I hope that whatever direction they go, I hope that it's an intriguing fight and some good action and some good character moments and a good villain, right? That's what I hope for, because we haven't really seen the extent, I feel like, of what this season has to offer yet, so I'm giving them a little bit more time to kind of let things blossom. So, if you're new to the channel, guys, and you enjoy videos like this, make sure to click subscribe button so you don't miss any of the videos. Make sure to follow me on Dan's Reviews Official on Instagram, guys, and of course, I'll see you guys really soon for more videos very soon. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.
Born in the dark alleys, city of concrete. Dan's reviews blowing up, never taste defeat. Walking Dead dissected every plot twist beat. World gone mad, TV junkies hit a treat. Typing up scripts, marathon through the night. His opinions hit harder than a street fight scene. Every episode, brain sharper than a knife. He's the beacon of critique, shedding TV light.